Not Mitch Connor, and once again, there's a new ISIS video, which is funny. July 18th, al-Baghdadi bans extremist group from releasing any more graphic execution videos. Now, this right here is a further indication that these execution videos in Baghdadi is a fraud, and likely a Western intelligence agent, okay, because these videos are fake. As I've stated before and broken down pretty well, the Islamic State over there in Iraq and Syria is not a threat to the United States. They're a proxy army there to take out Bashar al-Assad. Then they're being built up as a threat so that there will be public support for taking them out once Assad is gone, so they can put in their damn oil pipelines, okay? Been over this. There's also a Newsmax article on it with website, link to a website, what the hell, MiddleEastEye.net. Where's the date on this one? I didn't actually check that. Oh, 17th of July, so this is possibly the oldest one. I don't know, I didn't check this link down here. The bottom of this one, but this one's fake right here. I've broken that down, and there will be a list in the description of videos. You can also watch the video itself that I'm covering here. That's July 18th, okay, no. But you can also watch this video. I got two links there, bestgore.com and heavy.com. If you don't want to see DVDA, I suggest you go to the heavy.com article, because you're going to have little .gif thingies there on the side panel of Best Gore that have DVDA. Now, I don't know if I really need to make a video proving this to be fake, okay? Because the proof is right there at the end, okay? Where they show one of the bodies, which is a dummy, all charred and stuff, okay? And, oh, hey, it looks like we got they kind of look pretty tall there. Not quite the 7 foot, maybe, ISIS guys that were in other videos, but we got a Jihadi John lookalike. But the way the guy's positioned at the end of the video, it's clear that it's a dummy because of this, okay? Rigor mortis starts between 2 and 6 hours following death. It's prolonged by cold, but this is a screenshot from Wikipedia that I used in a previous video about the Garland shootings. The arms are pointing straight up in the air, okay, and that wouldn't happen that quick. That's not actually possible. Even if you're burned alive, your body's going to go limp, you know, once you die. Isn't it funny how they bring a swing set into the middle of the desert, by the way? These things binding their hands and feet, all but I believe this guy ended up coming loose from them. I'm sure it could be made that the excuses from the burning, they don't appear to be metal necessarily, but I do not see the flame as likely being real, though I need to review that some more to say that for sure. But they are moving in it. So I gotta think it is, you know, it's kind of an assumption at this point, but just like with that Jordanian pilot, they have a dummy at the end. The charred body of the Jordanian pilot was a dummy, and you could see a circle in the char, you know, like a hole in the char where you could see the plastic white underlayer of the dummy's structure. And I just want to repeat one more time, supposedly al-Baghdadi said they're not releasing any more execution videos, okay? And that was a month and a half ago. And as you can see here, it's for the children, because they're scary. Even though they like to have little kids, you know, do executions and practice cutting the head off of bears, supposedly. Now, these ISIS videos, now I've pointed out before that they're the Islamic State now, okay, and have been since, what, last November? Which is why, when I say Islamic State, I'm referring to the armies over there in Iraq and Syria. When I say ISIS, I'm talking about the intelligence operatives that make these fake videos. And once again, there's going to be a whole list in the description of videos where I have proven that these execution videos are fake. Now, there are real execution videos that come out of there, and the mainstream media does not cover them. There are beheadings, there are executions of apostates and opposition spies, you know, like from Bashar al-Assad's army and such, or, you know, Iraqi generals and stuff. They do exist, but the mainstream media doesn't cover them because they don't portray this false threat to Western nations, as well as their allies in the Middle East. Like, that's the purpose of these things. I can't see any other reason. It's to get you to believe that they are a threat to your nation. So you have numerous points of confirmation down there in the description that these are fake. And you can watch the video of this and see the dummy at the end. It's an obvious dummy. Not so obvious that you can see the face, but, you know, not like Paul Ciancia back in the LAX shooting. What was that, 2 years ago now? That was one of the dumbest things ever. Search Paul Ciancia dead body, and it's a New York Post article, and you have to click on a link to see it within that article. You'll probably laugh. And now the ISIS #2 guy, you know, the al-Baghdadi's senior deputy. Well, apparently they got him, except they don't know for sure. They use words like reportedly, which means we don't know for sure. Or phrases like believed to be, because they don't know for sure. And that's how they get away with stuff like this. Now maybe, just maybe, this guy was actually an Islamic State general. Likely if he's that close to al-Baghdadi, he's a Western intelligence operative. No different than Osama bin Laden, aka Tim Osman, who was trained by the United States back in 1979 by Obama's foreign advisor Zbigniew Brzezinski. And this is public knowledge. Oh yeah, and then there's, wait, is this the same guy? I forgot to bring up this article. ISIS media operative Abu Abdullah is also thought to have died in Tuesday's airstrike. I'm sorry, no, this is, I don't really know much about Abu Abdullah, to be honest. I was thinking he was this guy. Oh, where's the date on this one? I got this a few days, 27th of August. Found this a few days ago, didn't have time to make a video about it. Alright, now this is the guy that was supposedly praising the Garland Muhammad cartoon contest shooting that basically was just these guys getting killed, supposedly, okay? And though I never had a sure conclusion of whether that aspect of it was a hoax, there were many discrepancies about it with the details, and I made 4 videos on that. But I also showed that this guy claiming to be al-Bartani, you know, and the tweets were fake by a timestamp, which this is not like a case of, say, with the Virginia reporter shooting and Chris Hurst and his tweet supposedly being from like a couple hours before the event. Okay, the person who took that screen cap was over on the west coast of the United States, okay? They're not in Eastern time zone like I am, which Virginia is also in the Eastern time zone. So it's going to show you the time based on your time zone, and that's why it seems like it's before, but it's not. But the screenshots I showed, they were taken by the same person, by the same, what was it, Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, or one of those stupid NGO groups. I can't remember which at this point. It's in the video, but one of the timestamps was like hours before, and it was from a screenshot. Person in the same time zone. So, and the tense of it was that the shooting had already happened, by the way. Anyway, isn't it funny how, you know, you got like Baghdadi, Baghdad, al-Bartani, Britain. There's a few other names that are just like that, you know, where it's like they're named after a country and they're like a pseudonym or, you know, like screen name kind of thing, and it's kind of really silly. But the whole case about this guy is fraudulent. I'm not going to elongate this video. You can read it yourself and really think about what you're reading and some of the details they give you. But oh, this one, the team poison thing is funny. For some reason I can't download the video, but check out the link in the right here if you wanna. It's gonna be in the description. Check out the link if you wanna listen to it, because it's really nothing. And maybe it is actually this Hussein guy, but they don't even know for sure that Hussein is al-Britani, and this has been admitted many times. They just assume he is, you know. Like, they took him into custody and couldn't prosecute him on anything. And, you know, they took him in again, and he was out on bail, and he ended up supposedly fleeing to Syria. And married this 45-year-old woman, twice his age, which is really weird. But for all we know, just like with, you know, Muhammad Emwazi, maybe they killed him beforehand, you know. And then they're just using the identity to say, you know, he is this guy. He's Jihadi John. He's this al-Britani guy, you know. But, of course, West Midlands police spokeswoman told The Guardian, "We are unable to give any details. There's no formal confirmation of his death at this stage." So they're giving you, under the guise of supposition, a fake story, you know. That's why they can get away with it, because, well, reportedly, believed to be. Okay, that's not fact, and that's the problem here. You know, it's not fact that Muhammad Emwazi is Jihadi John. You can't even positively identify him in the recently released video about Jihadi John. It's ridiculous. I mean, you know, you got numerous people within this whole operation previously connected to CIA fronts such as USAID. And, you know, like James Foley was, or wasn't John Cantley? I know it's Cantley, but I like calling him Cantley. And this is the same CIA who was behind giving you the fake propaganda about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, which were not there. Or all the garbage about 9/11. I mean, 15 years ago, I don't even want to go into that, okay? Anyway, I'll probably make an update video, and I'll also add the link to the description if I make a video analysis of this fake execution. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But in the meantime, don't believe them when they tell you that the Islamic State is a threat to the United States. They are the proxy army of the United States.